Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are talking Claim to Fame, Season 2, Episode 8. We only have a couple more episodes left, and we are going to crown a winner, and somebody is going to be $100,000 richer when it is all said and done. And spoiler alert, unfortunately, JR is out of the running, you guys, because I have no idea why nobody can figure out that Chris is Donny Osmond's son. He has his entire face. I have no idea what these people are seeing. I have no idea how they came to the conclusion previously of Elton John, previously of Elvis Presley, previously of this last episode of Billy Idol. Like, at this point, are they just trolling us for the laughs, for the LOLs? Because how do you not see Donny Osmond's entire face? And I don't want to hear any crap about how old people are, you guys. How young somebody is or how old somebody is. Because if you are a pop culture person and know anything about pop culture, right? Like, if you truly know pop culture, right? You know who Donny Osmond is, you guys. You know who Donny Osmond is. And I am just floored that nobody can figure this out. That nobody has any idea, and I'm especially surprised you would think these people who have their own connections to these celebrities, who also are going to be frequently in LA and in Las Vegas all the time, where there are billboards everywhere, you guys, of Donny Osmond and Donnie and Marie when they were at the Flamingo and when they were at all the Vegas hotels, because I used to go to Vegas like 24/7, right? Pre-pandemic, right? So I am confused as to why these people do not know who he is. Like, don't know who he is at all, right? And, because the guesses were just awful. Like, even since the first episode, they were guessing, like, John Mayer. And it was just like, come on, you guys. Come on. Like, what is not computing? What is not computing that you cannot figure out that this is Donny Osmond's son? I just don't understand it. Alright, so the bulk of the episode was the fallout of Chris and Gabe, because Gabe caught Chris the previous week basically sharing his clue to Carson to try to get some ideas and everything else. And, you know, basically Gabe felt betrayed because that wasn't a part of their deal. They had been in this secret duo all this time, and he betrayed him. So then Chris loses it, because Gabe is like, well, I'm sorry, I'm just not pampered like you are. And Chris completely goes berserk and is like, that is insulting my character and my integrity. And it's just funny to me, like, the things that people find offensive, like, when it's all said and done, compared to, like, actual real issues, actual real name calling, actual real slander. Because I was laughing. Because I was like, saying somebody's pampered, I mean... like, okay, I would have, you know, not taken that personally, right? But ultimately, Gabe was hurt, and he felt betrayed, and he felt like that was an ally in the house. So nonetheless, we had this cool challenge where they did a variation of the 6 degrees of separation of being related to a particular celebrity, and how that connects, you know, the person's celebrity relative in the clue. And so the goal is, there are stars with all of these celebrities' names who have worked with their claim to fame celebrity, right? And they get to like 5 or 6 questions, and as you move forward in the round, there starts to be less options available for everybody to be able to choose. You know, kind of like how it was kind of like musical chairs, but like with Hollywood stars, right? Is kind of how it was reminding me. And you had to guess the correct celebrity, you had to guess the correct connection to stay in it, and then whoever was the last person standing, they got more details about that particular clue, explaining the 6 degrees of separation, right? So Carson had won the first round, right? And so everybody's still gunning for Chris, right? Because they want him gone. And basically Monet just completely wipes away the competition, you guys. Wipes away the competition. It is not even close, and she takes the win, right? She takes the W, right? And so everybody is like freaking out, because ultimately that leaves Gabe and JR as like the bottom two who did the worst in this challenge, right? And, you know, Chris and Carson, they're trying to strategize and try to figure out who they want to be the guesser, because neither of them want to be guessed. Neither one of them want to go home or anything else. And, you know, Chris is all paranoid, and then him and Gabe semi-patch things up. I felt like Gabe did a lot more groveling than he needed to, because really Chris was the one who should have been apologizing first for, you know, going behind his back and betraying him like that. But nonetheless, I guess the beef is squashed or whatever. So nonetheless, they vote JR to be the guesser when it's all said and done, because they only need 2 votes, and since it was down to 5 people, right? And so he boldly gets up there and guesses for Chris. And guesses Billy Idol. And he, of course, was wrong. And so then he gets exposed. And he is exposed as Lil Nas's ex, Big Brother, right? And so some people were pretending to be shocked. I knew Gabe and others were not shocked. And I think he also knows that Gabe's brother is actually Nick Cannon. And that's his claim to fame. However, they have made a pact not to rat each other out, right? So that information is going to stay with JR and not help anybody. And I hope Gabe can get to the end. I hope somebody can get out Chris, because this is insane. And now he is walking around like, basically, just hand me the check, people. Just hand me the check. Keep guessing every single rock star but my father. Keep doing it, right? And I'm going to win. But ultimately, if he is still in the game by the time it gets to the finals, I'd imagine by now Jane and some of the other eliminated contestants are going to help whoever is on the opposite side of who that is, right? I think the person who has the best shot to win, to be honest, is Monet, just because her celebrity relative, not many people are going to know unless you are like a diehard SNL and Curb Your Enthusiasm fan and truly know JB Smoove like that, right? I know, obviously, but nobody else does, apparently, right? And is not too familiar, right? And Gabe potentially can make into the finals as well if he stays on the track of, you know, saying that his relative is a football player and that they guest starred on an episode of All That, right? When they were younger, or something along those lines, right? He is going to ride that wave until he cannot ride it anymore, right? And so we will see ultimately what happens with that. He should have said that he's related to Sean Kemp, the NBA player who has a bunch of children, or like Dwight Howard, to get people off of him, right? Or what have you. So, or the other guy, I can't remember his name at the top, but he also, he was on Hard Knocks, and he had like 9 or 10 kids and didn't remember all the kids' names. Like, you should have just kind of put clues out like that, you know, as far as like who, if you wanted to stay with like the sports theme, right? So there is that. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.